So this is that unicursal. I'd say we got a notable drop ahead of us. And, you know, this is a move to the upside, obviously, but it's nullified. Another reason for my sense that we're going to have a drop. The unicursal, nullified wealth card, death card at the close, black bull, Ace of Cups energy, Ace of Cups energy at the close. There was Ace of Cups energy at the start of the day, and you could see what happened. We declined at the start of the day. Ace of Cups midday as well. These two, right? And then poof, to the upside, right? That's that victory ruin. So there's going to be a notable drop off of the high wherever this high ends, and we may see all of this bearish behavior like overnight. Sometimes that happens. Looks like a lot of price movement. A lot of price movement. And the reason why I say we may see the decline like overnight or in tomorrow morning is because there's a couple things here indicating maybe there's more upside into the close as well. Sometimes they kind of get squished together at the end of the reading. But I definitely wouldn't be chasing this rally, to be clear. We've got some more upside, it looks like, but I wouldn't chase this rally. Unicursal tomorrow. Now, sometimes what happens with the unicursal is you see us continue to go up, like right through the unicursal, like sort of kind of happening. I'm not so sure that's happening just yet. It's just, I think, kind of like the highs is being pushed more into the end of the day is the sense that I'm getting. So we'll either see a decline at the end of the day or we'll see it overnight, one of the two, but there'll be a notable drop here. It's a nullified wealth card. Probably get, probably hit this level right here, possibly. Maybe even this one, but I think probably this one, right? Because it's 3 pokes through the same price level. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the 1 minute chart for that. This is a little interesting. My sense is we probably have the 3 pokes through the same price level up here around the high, and that indicates where we'll see the turnaround. It's interesting because this victory ruin is the far right of the sorrow card. So I almost feel like we have the drop and then the victory card based on that, but I'm not seeing these 3 pokes here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, drop, then victory, Now, I think we got the 3 pokes up here. That's my sense, is that we have the 3 pokes up here. And then there'll be a sharp drop. Again, that sharp drop may take place overnight. Sometimes that's what happens, is you'll get... The energies don't line up every single time right by the hour, right? Sometimes the energy represented by one card will be like an hour and a half or 2 hours or 15 minutes. It depends on the card and the placement and what's going on. So sometimes you get like these highs that'll linger at the end of the day. There's a lot of price movement here at the end of the day, I think, from the high to the low, or from the high to this like trough that we see. And again, guys, nullified wealth card. Not to mention that this is another thing that gives it away, right? We have the Princess of Wands, a rally offering an opportunity to open up a short position here on the 4th, right? Yet we're higher, we're at a higher price level, and that's what I'm talking about when you see the unicursal kind of energy, but we continue to go higher. I never finished that thought for you guys. So what I was getting at is that when that happens, and it does happen, it's not often. Most of the time, that's like the unicursal moment is like where you want to get in on the short side before like a notable drop takes place on the scale of the reading. But sometimes we continue to go up higher, and in cases like that, what the unicursal hexagram is marking is a price level that we will break down through with the next significant decline. I mean, like, you know, like a mini correction or like a correction or something like that. Correction's the wrong word because that implies 7%, but like it will stand out, a sharp drop that stands out. And so, you know, we're at a higher price level, but my sense is that we probably there's some real swinging going on here, between the 8th and the 9th. See, like, the 8th is a big decline day. So we open higher in the pre-market and then decline with sideways fluctuations, but that precedes a rally. It looks like we rally out of that decline or out of that low in the pre-market or at the open, push higher to reach a resistance level. Chances are that this unicursal is probably the same price level as up here. Unless we continue to go higher from here, then I'd rethink where that price level is. But the unicursal here and the unicursal here may very well be like this, around the same price level. They probably are. I'm just finishing up the December S&P readings. I did a really good job on those. I feel pretty strongly about it. The cross congruencies between the monthly and the dailies. Any case, that'll be up on the website as soon as we get them posted. Otherwise, they come out a month. Each one comes out a month ahead of the date. But on the website, you can see all that stuff as soon as it comes out. Generally, what people do with that information is they plan ahead. They can see far enough ahead that they can really plan out price levels and stuff like that. Like, I could do that if I had the time. I just don't have it. There's so much information, guys. I don't have the time to do it. I need like a massive team to be able to do that stuff. And we'll get there. Oh, interesting. Empress energy tomorrow. The Empress is the significator on the 1 year. For November, it's the high significator on the 1 year. That's interesting to point out. And then, so the way that it works is you won't see like you. It's not like you'll see every single time like the highest high in the month of November will be represented by the same high card as the high in the cluster of the November, like cluster of the 1 year. It doesn't work that way. But what you will often see is the significator from the greater reading within close time proximity to where that high ends up being. That does take place, and I'm very concisely able to determine that stuff in the December readings. Anyhow, so like to get the stuff as soon as it comes out, there's people that actually pay $17 a month on the website and they get early access to everything. Otherwise, you wait for it to come out free on YouTube. It comes out like a month ahead of time or whenever. If it's like a 1 month, it comes out whenever it's scheduled. When it's on the website, it comes out as soon as it's done. And that's the $17 a month. That really does support the channel, my friends. If that's something you guys are looking to do, support the channel, that's a good way to do it. This is the chart with the ellipses on it that I drew. So we haven't. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look like we're going in that direction, but based on the preceding the coming days, it's very possible. Hey, Philip. Yeah, I hope you had a great weekend too, my man. I did. My sense is that we open higher. In the pre-market, we're higher, and then we decline, like in the pre-market, and then out of that decline, we move higher. Like there'll be like a trough or a low there in the pre-market, and we'll move higher out of that. So higher, then a little bit of a decline, then higher again. But it's a bearish day. Yeah, see that's what I was talking about. It's possible we go into a high at the end of the day, and then we have that drop. Oh, dope. Thank you, Jose Amaya. My gosh, thank you. I appreciate the donation. Much needed, much appreciated, and it'll come back to you. I promise. You'll see. I think so. I think we do open higher tomorrow. And there is a chance, based on this Empress card here, and the fact that we're seeing these unicursals, there's a good chance that we're coming up on the high for the month. I think I probably said that in the 1 month, that there's a prominent high or peak here. At the end of the day, on the 7th or into the 8th. Looks like possibly there's an 8th, then a notable drop, and then another prominent crest or high here on the 9th, and looks like another drop. It's a lot of price swinging going on here. Just I would not like. I wouldn't chase the rally. I would wait for the drop, buy into the rally, sell at the top, buy short position. I'd probably get a short position pretty soon, if not now. Ride that down tomorrow, buy a call tomorrow, sell that call like Wednesday morning, put again on Wednesday morning. But you can only do that type of stuff if you can time the market, and they say you can't time the market, so be careful. I don't even watch the news anymore. I hear them say that so frequently, it's almost like a conspiracy, like they want you to think it's impossible, and they just keep drilling it into your head. You can't time the market. You can't time the market. We fucking do it every day. Give me a break. Looks like there's a higher high in December. I probably mentioned that as well. A higher high in December than we have in November. Not that November's going to be all peachy. I gotta tell you guys, you know, I discovered the secret, the law of attraction, so long ago. And it took me so much time to get to a place where it's like so obviously the truth. Like, there's no doubt in my mind anymore. It's just a part of my life. But like I remember in the book, there's like this part where or in the movie, there's this part where he's like, I started imagining that I'd be getting checks in the mail, and 1 month later, I started getting checks in the mail. Now I just get checks in the mail all the time, and I'm thinking like, I didn't plan it this way, but the way that it's turned out, like when I started predicting, I didn't see myself predicting at 98% average accuracy. I didn't see myself doing this for other people like that. That's not what when it first started, I didn't see that happening, right? Um, but like now, I've kind of like inadvertently found myself building a lifestyle where like I do the work ahead of time, I put the karma chips into the universe, and the universe sends it back to me in the form of donations, and that's technically like people sending me money randomly, like it coming out of the universe. That's total straight law of attraction, guys. I've been working at it for the longest time. It's like the earliest manifestations that I attempted to do, the earliest big ones, they haven't transpired yet, and they took the longest because I was the lowest vibration when I put them into the, or I was in a much lower vibration when I put them into the universe than I am now. When I make a manifestation now, it happens almost like instantaneously a lot of the time. But now I'm starting to see the manifestations of all those years ago, and I'm like getting super excited because some of those were so like just out there, like crazy, crazy awesome kind of dream type stuff. Hey Raymond, been a bit. Sorry I let you down on that last one, my man. FTX going to crash. I saw that, Joe. Much appreciated, my man. Really. Thank you. Um, okay, one at a time. So FTX. I don't see it crashing soon. It doesn't. I don't see. It says, is it gonna crash? Maybe. Is it gonna crash soon? No. So you got some time. And besides, I think like if it's already in transfer, it goes in at like the settlement price. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh, it's also a crypto. FTX is well, no, it's an exchange. What am I saying? It's a Bahamian exchange. Is FTT gonna crash soon? That I got a different story for. FTT looks like it's gonna crash soon. But I mean, if you already put it in, you should be all right. I mean, right? It's already in transfer. It should be good to go. Oh wait, it's an ACH, not a wire. I don't know. I don't know, man. Raymond, 375 puts. November 21st. Or early in the day on the 10th. It's possible there's another good opportunity on the 17th, but that would be cutting it kind of close, to be quite frank. Let me know if you didn't catch that, Raymond. Yeah, I mean, if you liquidated before and like put the transfer in before there was a bank run, you should be all right, I would think. Unless there's funny business going on. Did you want me to do a reading on FTT? Sure thing, Raymond. Just give me 1 minute. FTT. Cool, yeah, I'll take care of it for you. When did the bank run start? Today? Yikes. That's those foreign banks, my man. Alright, Raymond. Yeah, so probably the best place... There's a good opportunity. I can't tell if it's the best place, but there's a couple good opportunities. So it looks like at the end of the day on the 8th, or possibly early in the day on the 10th. There should be a decent low in here between like the 8th and 10th with a low, maybe even on the 9th. Somewhere in there's going to be a pretty decent low one of the next 3 days. And then the other place would be on the 17th. However, I think that's probably cutting it way too close for November 21st expiration. So I would go with the drop in the next few days. There's going to be price swinging. So for those of you that just hopped on, yeah, you're probably fine. If you put in the transfer the same day the bank run started, you're probably good. If it's still going on, you're probably good. But in any case, Raymond, so like there's a swing trade there, or there's a price swing there, and there should be a good trough that comes into play very soon. We got the unicursal again, so it's likely that we have a high at the start of tomorrow or early in the day tomorrow. Around this unicursal, probably about the same price level as this here. And then we have a pretty notable drop there. There's a full card to meet the low. And off of the high, there's a significant drop. Failed attempt to break through resistance, sharp decline. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, so, like, here's the disappointment card. This is what I was talking about with cross congruencies when you're looking for, like, highs and how they line up. We have the disappointment card here, right? When we look at the 1 month, we have the disappointment card in the low position. And what you'll have a lot of the time, when I first started looking for these patterns, I would look for the identical card to show up in a low position on a 1 month and on its corresponding 1 year, and I'd be like, okay, that's where the lowest low is, obviously. But it rarely happens that way. However, frequently what happens is that you get the card from the larger time frame reading is in close time proximity to the low on a smaller reading. So like this disappointment card appears within close proximity to the low that we have, to the lowest low for the month when we look for it on a 1 day chart, if that makes sense. Hopefully I explained that well. And so you can see it here. So there's very likely a pretty significant low there. And then there's the sun card from the standpoint of the 1 year, which is also another thing you can look at, right? So we got the 1 year for the November cluster is the sun card. And lo and behold, what do we have tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow? We have the sun card. So we're definitely coming in on a low very soon. There should be a sharp drop somewhere around here because we come in on a low over the next couple of days. It's probably the 9th. So my best guess is that it's the 9th, Raymond. And then let's take a look at that other, what did I say, the 17th. There's the disappointment card again, boom, on the 16th. Disappointment card again on the 17th. See how that works, guys? Wonder if we see the sun card. Anyhow, so probably what happens is we have a similar low around that time, but I wouldn't wait for it to be on the safer side. I'd go with with the low here on the 8th or 9th. Hopefully you got it that time. My pleasure, Raymond. Glad to see you again, man. I thought maybe you lost faith in me. I'm not always right, guys. I'm not always right. There's human error, and then the nature of the pattern recognition that we're doing, there are going to be variations. Like, we're looking at a pattern on a smaller scale that is then like repeated on a much greater scale that we're a part of, so we can't see it, but we can see the smaller pattern and relate that to where we are in the greater pattern, right? But the thing is, a fractal has small permutations, small variations in the pattern as it progresses, so there's going to be times where we're off a little bit. That's just how it is. If everybody was to share this live stream with somebody right now, we would hit our highest viewer numbers to date. That would be dope. Just saying. Yeah, and then Raymond also, I drew these ellipses the other day. Right, so there's a low in here. Now, it may not go all the way down to here. It may end up just touching here. You know, like this is, the ellipses are arranged to explain, this is where I expect the price to be within this time frame. Somewhere within the ellipse, then somewhere within the ellipse. Like there'll be a trough here. There'll be a crest here. There'll be a trough here. So that's where I see it. And as we move forward in time, these will be adjusted a little bit, I'm sure. But what we're looking for is one of these areas for you in here. And there you go, guys. 3 pokes through price level, followed by a sharp drop right at the close. They like to do that to us. Anyhow, I know we've been a little light on new posts, guys. I've got a lot of stuff working in the background, and I just marked up a bunch of 10 years. There's some Decembers ready. There's some 2023s ready in the background, and then all this stuff is going to drop on like the day. I want to record it on under the best moon to get the best communicative results. Like I'm a Cancer, so if I record under a Scorpio. Like the moon in Scorpio, I'm gonna sense a lot more information than, let's say, I do it under like an Aries moon or something. For a Cancer, the phases of the moon are super important. And we almost hit that price level I drew. I was like, we'll probably hit this price level right here. Look how close we were. Boom. I said that when we were around here. Now remember, there's a lot of price movement here right at the close too. Anything else you guys want me to take a look at before I roll? We hit that resistance and then... Yeah, and then in the pre-market tomorrow, we're gonna test it again. That same, probably this price level here, 380.81ish. Let me move this down a little bit. Want 3 pokes. One, two, three. There we go. All right, so we'll probably retest this in the pre-market tomorrow, and like early, and then decline, and then out of the decline there'll be a move higher, probably before or right around the open, to test again. But remember, guys, nullified wealth card, unicursal. Alright guys, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support, my friends. Much appreciate the donations. Much needed.